I have been cooking, and no, don't worry, this is not a cooking, guys. Didn't accidentally cook. Yeah, cook in a click. Yeah, sure, that one. You didn't accidentally click on a cooking guide. This is a worker empire guide, but I have spent the past 4 days, maybe five, I think, actually, trying to come up with a worker empire that was as automated as possible, as efficient as possible. And I think I've got it. I think I've got it. So the goal of the game was to create a worker empire with the amount of contribution that I have, which is not much, 362. I think you can do this with less than the contribution that I spent, but simply because there is some nodes that I invested in that are not specific for the purpose of the Imperial Palace, Imperial Crafting, whatever, Royal Crafting, that thing. So there is some nodes that I invested in that are not dedicated to that, plus I got storage slots where I could, where it was most efficient to do. I did have some pay-to-win lodging involved, so I guess more or less it can balance out. But yeah, let's get straight into it and have a look at the semi-fully automated worker empire. Just quickly before we start and get into the actual worker empire. So for this method to work, it can be achieved free to play, but one way or another, and I'm gonna show you here on my storages that most of them are. Thank you for warning while I'm talking. So most of I have the pass, so instead of 16 these are 32 slots. Just gonna show you quickly which places I have opened these choose your apprentice storage box. I've been saving these since I started playing, so it's only recently that I've started using a few of them. I have 2 in height, but none of these matters. You see, most of these are like a base, or almost. None of these matters. The only ones that really matter are the ones in the Land of the Morning Light and in Ulukita. The reason why is because these are some of the most efficient storage spaces that you can get, but specifically in regards for the pay-to-win one, you want to invest only in Yukio Street. So I'm gonna open a couple more once this is done, just for safety. But it's just to show you. I think I opened like three or four of these for Yukio Street. But yeah, this is the only place. For example, Nampo. Oh, here I'll go like other stuff. Don't look at my storage, it's a mess. I need to sort it out. So here I put the cooking ingredients because I'm cooking the materials for the food for the workers as well, and some of the dried fish for the pets. So I'm doing it myself. But and I've got Nampo as a separate storage for the raw materials to sell. So this is to sell and this is to be processed. Out of these we can also sell the ores, because the ores we don't need except from coal, if I'm not wrong. But we're gonna, as we go in the guide, I'm gonna mention as well where I got the storage. We're gonna go node by node and show all of the places and what was my reasoning, etc. Just another thing quickly, I've got 110 workers. You don't need all of these. Most of the workers that I got are artisan. I've been spending a lot of silver trying to snipe them off the market. And I can once again, we're gonna go through the lodgings, and I will tell you when and where I got pay-to-win lodgings, but I'm just gonna scroll here quickly, and then I'm gonna go through the total number in each area. Just quickly, if you don't know, you can get some free lodging if you go here in loyalties. I got all of the ones that were available here. This one high, that you can get some of them in each major city. I highly advise that you get this, because in most places we can get away by just having 2 workers, and by buying one of these you basically satisfy that quota, and we don't have to worry anymore. Okay, we're gonna start from the land of the morning light. Let me just quickly turn this on so you can see clearly, and you can see how I have connected the nodes, but we're gonna go through them in one by one. So the main attraction, or the main function, so my worker empire now is specialized in doing one thing and one thing only. 2 things actually, but which has to do with the royal workshop here. So I don't have yet all of these unlocked. I think I have them unlocked up to the 2nd for the production, and I still have to work on this. Consider that it's 2 days that I've been that I had. There's only 1 day that I had this fully functional, but I've been preparing it for the past 4 days. Until then, I didn't even had a look at this, so because I thought you needed a lot more contribution points, but as it turns out, around the 320, it's more than enough. So just quickly, we wanna go over here. So for the production nodes, these green ones, you want to have shellfork workers, and for the yellow ones, for the yellow production nodes, you want humans with the thrifty skill. If I can I'll show you quickly what the skills for my workers are. Yukio. So for example, okay, this one is working at the workshop. Can I see the skills? No. Okay, for example, this one we don't want. Roll. Nothing. Okay, fair enough. Alright. This one was a bad example because it's got like skills that are not related, but you want obviously simple and thrifty, which is the one that allows him to consume less materials for when they're doing the thing at the workshop. Other than that, nothing much. We have a total of 14 workers in Yukio Street. You can get away with a little bit less. I'm just gonna show quickly the lodging and the storage. So we have Yukio Street 2 lodgings, Yukio Street 3 lodgings. This so in theory you only need 12 of workers, so you can get rid of that one. And Yukio Street 4 for lodgings, and Street 1 is storage. As into where we want to send our workers, we want to send a lot. So this one is for raw materials. It's not related to the workshop. So if you are focusing on just doing the royal workshop, you can skip the investment in that node. But here on the other end, we have powder of time, and we want to take both of these, and those are for the workshop. Then if we go south, we move to Yunryu Wujin Palace. It's another wood fir timber node, so you don't necessarily need to. Then we have Deng Forest for more powder of time, and finally Gyogugui. I'm gonna butcher a lot of these names, so get used to it, I guess, for powder of flame. Then to the east, we want to get the Secret Society for more powder of flame. Okay, and that was Yukio Street. Now, Godo Village is one of only 3 rice nodes, and we need rice for the Imperial Workshop. So from Godo we want 2 rice. The this one you don't need to invest, but I did because it's sort of an hybrid, you know. I get the workshop maximized, but also at the same time, if it was on the way, I would stop by and get like some good notes, for example sap or some rare ores and stuff like that, within the limit of my contribution. And then south from Godu village we want Doom Ridge. Actually we don't really need this one, but I got this one for the sap, for the pine sap. And this is how we connect to Nampo. Okay, moving north towards Bakpo, we want I took the two forests because these are really good for maple sap. But what we really want is Mokko village. We got Powder of Darkness here and Rough Black Crystal. Mount Aishi for rough translucent crystals. And the Myeonggyun Hole. Butchering some of these for rough translucent crystal. Then if we go to Bakpo itself, so we have here, I've got 1 for lodging and 5 for lodging. I don't think I got any pay to win lodgings in here, but I did get 1 in Yukio. The rest is storage, and yeah, next probably would be to invest 1 more contribution to get 8 more storage. For now I'm leaving it like that because I'm yet to decide what to do with these 2 contribution. Okay, then from here we want to connect, so we need to make sure that at some point the Land of the Morning Light is connected to the mainland. So whatever you do, I connected it both ways. We technically don't need to, but here we're moving into Nopsebeyo County, Dalbeo village. So Barry's Forest is just timber. But Bombay Valley, we got the these ones are just 2 nodes that I got for the raw materials to then sell. Dalai Pier, I got it, but it's not needed. And here down in Nopse, we go another farming with rice. So I've got this one is lodgings because it gives 4 slots, and the rest is a storage. All of them is like really good storage. And there is 1 more here that you could get as lodgings, but it doesn't matter too much. This one is plenty. 4 plus another one that you get for free is 5, and I'll show you later I'm not even using all of the workers from these 2 areas. Now Dalbeo village, I've got this one as lodgings, which is probably not ideal. This other one has lodgings. Let me see. I'll probably be smarter to get this one as lodgings instead of that one, and then use this one as storage, because for storage for 1 contribution is huge. So Dalbeo village is 4 and 3 as storage. So that was it. Plus, as I said, some of the workers in these 2 cities I'm not even using. Then we move south from here. We go another pine and pine sap. And here in Bonmei Country, another pine and pine sap. And then finally Golden Peak Cave for Crystal of Darkness, bitterness, which we don't need for the workshop. So technically, if you only want to focus on the Royal Workshop, all of this area right here, you can just not invest anything. I just got the nodes because they're good for raw materials to then sell in the market. Then from Nampo, we go Dokebi's Forest, and these are actually useful for the workshop because they give rough translucent crystal, and they're really good. Plus you might get like ember and stuff like that. In here in Bakpo, there is some lodgings and storage. which I highly advise you take because these are quite good. One I skipped, yeah, because it's not huge like the others. Now if we move to Nampo, I've got two houses here. One is for storage, this one, and the other one is for lodgings. And the other two are probably, yeah, I'll probably do a swap, get this one for lodgings, transfer this one into storage, and then this one make a storage as well. It's just one contribution point and they're really good. Okay, then from here we're gonna talk, obviously we want to take Bukia Island. And obviously these other nodes, there is some stuff in some of them, but they're not like, they're like some gathering materials. They're just to connect the areas. So and from here we're going to move into the mainland. I'm going to show quickly how I have connected the Land of the Morning Light with the mainland, and specifically Valencia, because once these products that we get from the workshop, these are considered to be trade goods. So when we go and we have stock up enough of these, we want to make sure that we have the maximum trading distance to then sell them for bigger profit. Okay, so we go from Bukia Island all the way to Okilazai, and then from Okilazai we go south to Lima Island, and then Orf's Island. Here I have invested in some dry fish stuff, because to make the food for the pets. You don't have to, but I'm probably wanting to invest some more dry fish. I have to look into the recipes for that and which nodes are actually the best for it, but for now this one seemed okay. Then from Orf's Island we move to Baremi, then Weita, then Canberra, Arakil, and then Ilia. Okay, then from here, so from Weita we split into two. We can connect to Velia. The reason why I've connected to Velia is because I do most of my AFK fishing here at the beach nowadays. So I like, and I need Velia anyway to invest. We're gonna get into Velia later. So I was like, why not? It's just a few contribution points, let's connect it. But anyway, to go to Valencia, which is the main point, so we want to go from Ilia north to Sasha, Rosvan, Boa, Orisha, Halmad, Kashuma, Derko, and Ankado. So I've done the maths, and to connect from the Land of the Morning Light to Ankado with this route is taking 16 contribution points. So this is the shortest / most contribution point efficient route that you can take to connect Valencia to the Land of the Morning Light. So now we're gonna go to Ankado. Ankado, I've got nothing because we only need one worker. Because from Ankado we want to move to Ankado Coast and then Kmach Canyon. Because in Kmach Canyon there is Powder of Rifts. So, and Rough Blue Crystal. It is one of the only few places where you can get a Rough Blue Crystal. So in Ankado we only need one worker. Then south, Rakshan Observatory and Valencia. Okay, Valencia, in theory, you only need one worker, which is to go here at the Erdal farm for the silk, because this is the only silk node in the game. So you connect Valencia Plantation and an Erdal farm. But because I don't have any workers or lodgings in Areaza, and this is the less optimal way of doing it. I have 8 workers in Valencia, and I'm running my Valencia workers north to the volcano area. This is why I also connected Areaza for 2 reasons. Number one, sometimes I like to go and fish here in the Jakoven Islands and in depth 5. and yeah, the other reason is because it's much easier to find artisan workers for Valencia than it is for Areasa. For worker lodgings, I've only got this one, Valencia 1-2, which is 4 worker lodgings plus 2, and I guess I got, that means if I have 8, let me double check how many I actually have. 6. Ah, okay, 6. So 6 workers in Valencia. So yeah, you only need the 2 base ones plus the 4 that you get from Valencia 1-2, and it's only 4 contribution points, which is, it's okay. 1 contribution point per worker. So from here, ideally you want to have enough workers in Areasa, and then maybe get, but Areasa doesn't have many lodgings. There is only this that gives you 2 more, and it's not really enough. I mean, if you get this one as well, but it's a lot of contribution because you need to get these 2 houses and then these 2, so it's not ideal. So I'm running my workers from Valencia to the volcano. So Areasa north, we skip the northern sand dune, and then here Gavrina volcano zone. So we want both nodes because of the rough blue crystal and powder of rifts, and the rough violet and powder of flame. Then we want the crater for the powder of flame and the rough violet crystal, and then Gavina coastal cliff for the powder of darkness, and then road sulfur works. So to unlock this node, you have to talk with so to unlock the node, you go and discover it, and then talk with this guy, which is the node manager. To unlock the excavation, you have to go north and talk with these other guys. You're gonna cost you some energy, 10 energy, and then you can unlock the excavation node. I was a bit confused myself as well, I couldn't find it. This is a very good node. Sulfur, powder of reefs, rough diamond. So yeah, that's for the north and northeast part of Valencia. Now if we move south, to skip all of the south area because of contribution reason. I don't think there is actually anything in here. Yeah, no, in here there's actually nothing. And then we move to we skip Shakato, and then we move to Sungrain Bazaar. So for Sungrain Bazaar, we actually need 7 workers. And I took all of the lodgings here. 1-2, 1-1, 2-1, and 3-1. And I put them all into lodgings. So no pay to win here, just contribution and then workers. So we want the Pilgrim's Haven. For the powder of darkness and rough black crystal. Then moving south, we want Crescent Mountains for power of darkness, rough black, power of darkness, rough black, and then Crescent Shrine for powder of flame and rough violet. Kaposha for powder of flame, and then we move. Here you can either connect Altinova and with these 2 nodes, and then get Pugia Canyon, or you can do like how I did it and connect from Sungrain Bazaar. I think it costs 1 less because this one is a 2 node and this is another 2 node if I'm not wrong, and these are just 1 nodes if I'm not wrong. But anyway, because I don't want to spread thin the Altinova workers, and I'll get into why later in a second actually, because it's the next region we're gonna talk about. But anyway, so Pugia Canyon, powder of flame, and then Bashin Base for powder of darkness and rough black crystals. And that's it for the Valencia region. And now we're gonna move to Altinova. Okay, Altinova. So we're gonna put that one on pause 1 second. We go first tariff. So in Tarif, I have 5 workers. I did not take any of these houses because the lodgings for Tarif, they're actually, you can find them here in Shuri Farm. Shuri Farm 1 and Shuri Farm 2. So as you can see, you get 4 workers for three contributions. So these are amazing. So and these houses here in Shuri Farm, they count for workers in Tarif. So it only need 5. So 4 and 1 is 5. Duh. And we're gonna run the workers. I have not connected Altinova and Tarif. You could, if you're struggling to find Tarif workers. It's only one node that costs 1 contribution because we need to take Altinova entrance anyway. But this is a more optimized way. So Tarif is very important because it's one out of only 2 cotton nodes that we have, and they're all in this area. So we have Kazula Farm, cotton, Azula Highlands, nothing. Then we split into here. We go Omar Lava Cave. We want both nodes because there is coal and powder of rifts and zinc and powder of time. And then Mediah Shore that gives powder of flame. Then going back to Azula, we take Stone Tail Horse Ranch just to connect Hato Farm and get the other cotton wool. I think you can go either way. Actually, if you take Main's hideout, it's gonna be shorter, 1 node shorter for your workers to run from Tarif to the Hato Farm. I just took that one because I wanted the Stone Tail Horse Ranch for I don't remember what reason. So, and that was it for Tarif. Now Altinova. I'm gonna show 1 second quickly how many workers I actually have in Altinova. So I have 6. Now this is variable. In theory, you only need 2. Because the 1 node that we want from Altinova is the abandoned iron mine for the powder of darkness, rough black crystal, and powder of time. So you go Altinova entrance and then south to abandoned iron mine. Okay, and in regards of the actual lodgings, the good ones in Altinova are here. Altinova 6.1, 6.2 and 6.3. They all cost, I believe, 1, 2 contribution and 1 contribution. So, and these are the lodgings in the points that I spent for Altinova. But because it's so difficult to get lodgings and workers for the Ulukita region, I run some of my Altinova workers to the northern part of Ulukita because it's not too far away. So I've connected the iron mine to the abandoned iron mine, and then Alum Rock, Asperkan, and so forth. So now, most of my pay-to-win lodgings, they are in Musgar. I have 4 workers here and 4 workers in Musgar, but because these are some of the best storages in the game, I cannot tell you in good conscience to use them for lodgings because you gotta have storage somewhere. And even here you see I got these lodgings, so I have 2 and 1, and I bought 1, so I have 4 workers. Let me just show quickly. See, 4 and 4. But yes, moving down. In theory, Altinova, you only need 2, depending on your situation with contribution and or storage. You could just simply get Asparkan's lodgings and Musgars and be fine with that without having to pay for the other lodgings. And that was the region of Altinova done, and we are going to move to the Ulukita region. From here, excuse me. From here we want so Asparkan, obviously, as I said, Asparkan 1 lodging, this one storage. I already explained the lodging situation with the pearl shop. So I got Neruda plain because Akasha and Monk's branch, you don't have to, just if it's just for the workshop. City of the Dead, the same. And then Tremorin Hill just to connect to Musgar. On the east side we want Atessa, we want both nodes because rough blue crystal and rough translucent. Then Kermelun Wilds just to connect to the Tungrad ruins. Tungrad ruins are rough translucent and rough blue, and it's already a really good thing for when eventually I'm going to farm here to have it to invest energy. I haven't yet because I'm far away, and it's something to consider for the future, but it's good to have. Then we move to Musgar. This is all storage from my pipe because I go for pay to win. So we got Darkseeker's Retreat, Powder of Darkness and Rough Black Crystal. And then here you can go either way. You can either connect Karazi Canyon or Akshara Mountains. So this one is another one of those annoying nodes where the node manager is here. This boy here on top of the Mantis Demelt is the node manager, but to actually unlock the node you have to come this other way and sort of when you walk around one of this fork over here you will unlock the node. It's a little bit annoying to find, and it's just to connect. So I got this one. If it's too much of a hassle, just go straight for Karazi Canyon. It's the same thing. Then we have Yizrid Island, which is both for timber, so raw materials to sell at the market. Valencia, which is the city which I don't understand the purpose of because there is nothing you can buy here. I don't know if it's a problem of knowledge, maybe I don't, because I didn't interact with anyone down here or what, but okay, it's just there. And nor you can have workers around here apparently, so whatever. And then there is Shakhtar Wilds, and both of these are for sap and raw materials to sell. So in theory all of this south area of Ulukita you don't need for the workshop. You only need this fork here. Okay, with Ulukita out of the way, we're going to move to Heidel. Heidel is a quick and Calpheon, no, Serendia, sorry. Heidel is Serendia is a very quick and easy area. In Heidel, we only want 3 workers. If I go workers, show Heidel, boom, 3. So the 3 workers that no Marino Fab. The 3 workers that we want in Heidel, we want to send to north, so we get northern guard camp and then northern Heidel quarry. We take both nodes here, Powder of Flame and Powder of Darkness, and then the other worker we want to send to the Ancient Fissure, so eastern border, Rambling Land, Ancient Fissure. For the rough red crystal, this is one of the very few places where you can get rough red crystal, and that's it for Idle. For lodgings, I got so there is one that you get from normally, one that you can get from the loyalties, and one I bought. Otherwise you want to get this one. You only need 1 lodging anyway. Okay, then we move south of Idle to Glish. Glish is another very easy one because we only need 2 workers. We want Glish Swamp for the Powder of Time, and then Glish Southern Swamp for the Rough Mud Crystal. This is the only node in the game where you can get Rough Mud Crystal. For the worker lodging, again, I got the pay to win one, but otherwise you can just get one of these. It's just one contribution point. Okay, and with Serendia out of the way, we're going to move to to Velia in Calpheon region. I don't remember. I'm having a brain freeze. Anyway, as I was saying before, so we connected this one to the Land of the Morning Light as well. Just a few contribution points here. You don't necessarily have to, but okay. From Velia itself is one of our most intensive worker areas. As you can see, I have 8 workers in Velia. And the best place to get the lodgings are here. Velia 1, room 1, room 2, and room 3. So you can get for one contribution 2 lodgings and 1 contribution another 2 lodgings. I guess if you're running, I think I got, because you can get one from the. Actually, no, it should because you can get one from the loyalties. Here is 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the loyalties, and 7. I'm really bad at maths. Anyway, either 1 pay to win or nothing. Also, it is where I have my house because it's cheap. So yeah, either that or you're gonna have to invest 1 more contribution point, I think, in Logia's farm for more worker lodgings. Otherwise, yeah, somewhere around here. Anyway, so from Velia is a little bit of interesting situation. In case you have more workers in Heidel, or you have more workers in Olvia, because we are not using Olvia, so what you could have, or you could do, if you have more contribution than me, is connect Olvia with Idle and then run Olvia's workers here, Coastal Cliff and Coastal Cave, or vice versa, connect this Idle pass here and run Idle workers to Goblin Cave, or maybe even Finto Farm. I tried at the beginning. I made a huge mistake because I didn't know exactly. I was trying to figure out, so I ended up having 3 workers that I don't use in Olvia, because before I had it connected with Velia. So it is what it is. But yeah, 8 workers. So Velia, Finto Farm. This one I have it for the chicken meat, so that I can cook for the workers. I can make the food, trying to be as self-sufficient as possible. Then we want to connect Forest of Plunder and Goblin Cave. Goblin Cave we want it because of the rough translucent. Bartalis Farm, same as the Fintos Farm, we want the chicken meat and the eggs we can sell on the market. And then we connect Logia's Farm and Imp Cave. Imp Cave we want both nodes because Powder of Flame is really good. And then again from Velia, Coastal Cave, we want both nodes, Powder of Flame, Powder of Darkness, and Coastal Cliff is another Power of Darkness. And this is it for the Calpheon region. We don't want anything in Olvia, and that's it. So after this, we're gonna move to the Calpheon region. Yeah, I just remember, this is Balenos. Velia is in Balenos, Calpheon is his own thing, I don't know. Never mind. So you see where I connected, so you know. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen, even if it was a couple of seconds ago. So Calpheon. Calpheon is another easy one, because in Calpheon we want 4 workers, sorry. We're gonna go, is another of those tricky ones where there is, for example, this node in Quint Hill we could connect Port Eferia, so we go Eferia Sentry Post, Eferia Valley, isolated sentry post, and then Quint Hill, and run our worker from Port Eferia to Quint Hill. It's a little bit shorter from Calpheon, plus you can find usually on the market some good workers, goblins and stuff to run a little bit further. But there is a couple of essential nodes in here. So first of all, we're gonna go Calpheon, abandoned land, isolated sentry post, and Quint Hill to grab the mining with Powder of Time. And then always from Calpheon, Diaz Farm and Northern Wheat Plantation. From Northern Wheat Plantation we want the barley. This is one of only 3 nodes of barley in the whole game, so we want it. Then we go from Northern Wheat Plantation, we go Old Dandelion and Kuruto Cave. Kuruto Cave, the other rough red crystal, which is huge. What else? So southwest, Gabinos Farm, North Kaya Mountain, Foniel Cabin, and then Beher Riverhead for the Powder of Earth. This is another one of those nodes that, as you can see, is connected with Trent. So in theory, there is 2 ways to go about it. Either we grab this Rutum Sentry Post, which is 2 contribution points. I went this way because it's cheaper in contribution and it's shorter in distance. But you could either go the long way, which is connect Trent to Longleaf, and then Cryoville, and then Bear, and then Bear downstream, and then Bear Riverhead, or the other long way, which is Rutum Sentry, and then Foniel. I prefer to go with Calpheon because it's less contribution and it's faster from the city as well. So for the lodging in Calpheon, we want these ones, the Calpheon South Gate. We go one lodging slot from the loyalty, 1 by default, and another 2. That's 4. No pay to win here, and that should be enough to get all of the places that we need to in Calpheon. Quickly now we move to Trent. Trent, we only have 1 worker, so we don't need any lodgings. We connect Trent to Lumberjack Rest, then Abandoned Monastery, Tobares Cabin, and then Rutum Outstation. Rutum Outstation we grab it for the only node in the game that gives a rough green crystal. So this is a really good, is the only node that has it. And I really suggest that you invest in a really good worker in this node that has the work speed and the fasting time, movement, and etc., because it's a little bit out of the way, but we actually really need this one, which, by the way, remember me that I need to re-roll some of his skills. Okay, from here, always in the Calpheon region, we're gonna move to another worker intensive area, which is Kaplan. We need, I believe it's 5. Yeah, no, 5. So we need 5 workers in Kaplan. You can get the lodgings in Kaplan. I'm lost. Okay, the lodgings in Kaplan, you can get this one, Kaplan 3-1, and then 3-1 storage. So you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, and then I guess I got another pay to win, 1 pay to win in here as well, to cut the cost, unless there was this one. Yeah, but it's 3 contribution points, so that's a lot. So anyway, from Kaplan north, we want the Kaplan Quarry, coal and powder of rifts, really good. The North Abandoned Quarry for the rough translucent crystal, so we want these 2 nodes. Then we move to the west, Tartar Rock is just to connect, and then Abandoned Quarry, Powder of Earth. Then we move south to Gahaku's Plain, and then Primal Giant Post for the Powder of Rifts. and finally the hexstone wall for the powder of darkness. Think no, Maria Cave doesn't have anything. Okay, and that was it for Kaplan. So with this done, we're gonna move to the Kamasylvia. So we don't need anything else. In Kamasylvia is beautiful. We only need 2 nodes which connect to Grana. So we only need 2 lodgings, and you can get from the loyalties, so no pay to win, no nothing. We want Lake Flondor for the powder of earth, and then we want Southern Kamasylvia for the powder of rifts. And that's Kamasylvia done. We don't want nothing with Old Wisdom Tree, none of that. And okay, we're moving quickly to Duvenkroon, because Duvenkroon is another one that it's only two nodes. So Duvenkroon, Kamasylvia, Glish, only 2 nodes that are really next to each other. So Duvenkroon is the other 2 barley nodes. So we don't need any lodgings in here as well. Actually, if anything, I advise you to get the storages, because this is another of the good ones with the storages. So we want Duvenkroon farmland for the barley, and Marak farm for the barley again. And this is it. So beautiful. Huge Duvenkroon. Next one, and I think for our, no, not our last, but technically our last, Odraxia. So in Odraxia there is 2 nodes that we want. So it's another one of those cities that we only need 2 workers. Beautiful. We want to grab Forgotten Mountain and then the Olun's Valley because of the Powder of Darkness. And that is it. From the west side, we want to go to Elmira Plantation, Salanar Pond, and then Narsion, because it's the other node with the chicken meat and the egg. And that's it, Odraxia done. Now, quickly, Ailton. We actually don't need anything from Ailton. The reason why I have it connected is to go to Jade Starlight Forest, because as you can see, I have 10 out of 20 of energy invested in here, because going here to farm, and I want to invest in the future in the Fairy Black Ore and the Rough Jade, and I really want to see what these translucent eye sells for, so I'm quite curious. So I'm planning eventually in the future, when I'll have more contribution point, to invest a little bit more in this area. But Ailton, we actually don't need anything, and if anything, I will highly suggest that you get the storages here, because as you can see, two contribution point and like 16 storage. That's huge. Like, it's got some of the best storages in the game. All of these new areas like Ulukita, Ailton, Duvenkroon. Duvenkroon is a bit more expensive in terms of contribution point, and Land of the Morning Light are the best storages to invest. So yeah, I think this is it for the nodes. Yeah, I think we're done. Okay, just quickly before we get into the workers and which workers are better for what nodes, etc, etc, I just wanted to thank you for watching, and would really appreciate if you could drop a like or even leave a comment. And obviously, if you know something that I have missed, just please let me know. Just keep in mind, I am a new player as well. I've only started playing like 3 or 4 months ago, so I'm figuring out things as I go. So any feedback is welcomed. And yeah, no, that's it. Just wanted to thank you. And now we move on to the actual workers and what skills could be beneficial, with some other tips and tricks. So while we make our way to the work manager, so first of all, if I can give any advice, I would say just don't sweat it too much for the actual worker themselves. I should probably have put this part at the beginning of the video, but yeah, in case you don't know where to get workers, you just open your Find NPC, worker, autopath, and boom. In Velia is this one, Santo Manzi. So yeah, don't sweat it too much for the workers. Even like I managed to build this thing in like 4 days, but it's been literally 4 days of standing in front of this man right here and checking the worker market, and every time that there was like some good which see, I was saying how difficult it is to get Areaza workers, and now I don't have the lodgings for those. Try and get it? Can I? No. Whatever, it's fine. So don't sweat it too much anyway. But as a general rule, so goblin workers are good for nodes with longer distance. For example, I have here in Calpheon, even though it's not very long, in Kuruto Cave, I have a goblin worker, so it can go up and down faster. Ideally you want a human because of the rough red crystal is a rarer material, but the goblin is gonna do more laps and is a little bit further away. Then another one, for example, if you're doing this thing from Valencia like I am doing it, you don't want to send a giant for example all the way here to the never mind, let's pretend you didn't see that. Okay, yeah, so ideally you want to send a goblin there, okay? Just do what I say, don't do what I do. Oh, I'm not gonna cut that bit, I'm just gonna leave it. So yeah, the longer distances you want goblins or humans with fast walk traveling skills, and shorter distances, and especially in farm, like for example the silk farm, the chicken farms, the barley, you want giants over there. As I said, this is something that I managed to build in 4 or 5 days, so I don't have them all maximized. For example, in here for the rough mud crystal I have a human worker, okay, which is ideal, but here, which is next door, so I have a goblin, and I really don't need a goblin working here, but ideally I want like a giant or another human. So yeah, try and, if you're lucky with the market, but like it's RNG, because it's either you roll with the energy, as you can see I consumed all of the energy for all of my characters, etc., or you need to be lucky and find them on the market here. So yeah, don't sweat it too much. Like maybe the ones that are worth mentioning for the skills are the ones working in the actual Yukio Street. And yeah, for those workers you want Thrifty is the main skill for the humans, Thrifty, and anything that can give work speed. And for the shelf folk you want just work speed, because like that they can produce more materials. Movement speed is no needed for this one because it's stationary, so you can reroll those skills. I'm still leveling mines, so hopefully I can roll them with a good skill. Overall, other skills that are good across the board, Lucky is a good skill to have in any of your worker. Masterly for work speed. Any of those skills that give per level up, if I can find one. Oh, another good one is Adept Worker. You want farm knowledge for those that are going to work in farms, or specialty if they're working for in the chicken areas. Yeah, I cannot find. Yeah, work supervisor. There is other skill that give you per level up, like work speed, or like this one, leg work, movement speed per level up. So once you reach level 40, so ideally on this one, this is one of the giants that I have an Olvia that I don't use, but in an ideal world now that is level 40, I don't need that skill anymore, so I will roll it off. But it's something that can happen in time. And lastly, for those of you that don't know, how to unlock these other slots here for the workers to work and produce or craft. Once you have your workers in the production nodes, so this is why I would advise, regardless of what you do, to start putting your production workers as early as possible. I started recently, but ideally you want to do this as soon as you unlock soul. You while they work, you're gonna get these coins, so morning gratitude. So these coins, if then you go, for example, let's say I want to unlock the next level of this, you click on this arrow and it's gonna point you towards where the unlock for the area is. You're gonna need 500 of those coins per early unlock, 1,000 or more in the later one, and you can unlock them like that. They're gonna be deposited in your Yukio Street storage, and here they are. So, and the last one, for I guess for tip, in case you don't know how to send your workers material to the proper storage, if I let me do it on one where I know where the worker is coming from. For example, if I go here, artisan giant worker, okay, I cancel. So if I was to put him to work here first time, so I got my chicken meat going into backpot. So first of all I select the giant worker or the worker that I want. I set this to max, and then I choose the storage where the chickens are going, and I hit start. Boom, done. Never have to do it again. You want to make sure you have them all sorted properly, so they all of the materials, they go to the right storages. As you can see, Yukio is all for the workshop, Bakpo is foods, in my case at least, and then Nampo is selling on the market stuff. And that was it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this guide has been helpful. The video's been a little bit longer than what I originally intended, but at least we went in depth into everything, I hope. So I hope you all enjoying Black Desert, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.